So yeah, I want to see everybody's raw, emotional, disemotional, whatever. I want to see that raw part of life. Like when you watch a sitcom and a TV show and stuff like that, nobody ever goes to the bathroom. You ever think about that? Like that's more of a Gen X joke. We used to make jokes like stuff like that, right? And there's a couple comedians that said that. How come nobody ever goes to the bathroom in TV shows? And then throughout the years, I think there's been a few little, so-and-so was in the washroom, whatever. But like that's what I want to see. I want to see that real life shit. I want to see the person stub their toe in real life. I don't want to see it edited out. I want to see the fuck I hit my toe. I want to see it. It makes life more interesting. If you're sitting there watching anything that's cookie cuttered, I don't want that. If you got a script, if I'm reading a script off my screen, I don't fucking want that. Like, I used a script on like one of my first videos. I was a little shy, a little nervous. I'm like, I'll try to get an outliner going, and fuck that shit, man. Like, I don't want to read off a teleprompter or anything like that. Everything I talk about is just off the top of my head. Like, I pull up my thumbnail and get me an idea of how I'm starting the video, and that's it. Everything else is unscripted, unedited. Let's go. I'm in a good mood today, guys. I had a great weekend. Got to go see some family. Thanksgiving Canadian style. We were out on the water. We were doing some fishing. We were hanging around with the grandbabies. I was hanging around with my kids, my older kids. I have 4 adult children. So a total of 6 children altogether. And we just rocked it, and we had a good time. Campfires and, social skills, kicking and all that stuff. And of course, got the meat. Everybody else wasn't eating that, though. Like I said, they brought poutines to turkey dinner. I don't know how I feel about that. But not me eating it. Like I said, I don't judge anybody by what they do. It's do you, boo. But I'm not doing it. But I don't get tempted by stuff like that. I showed up at a different family reunion last year, back when I first started carnivore. I was probably only about 2 months into my carnivore diet. And I showed up at a family member's house, and there was a bunch of aunts and stuff. It just happened to be one of those family moments that everybody was there. And they were all eating pizza and chicken wings and everything else. And they weren't clean chicken wings either. They were like sauced up and breaded. And they were like, "Oh, have some." I'm like, "No, I'm good. I'll wait till I get home and I'll go make a steak. I'll go make some ground beef or something." Like, I'm good. I don't have to eat just because it's there. And that's a major thing that most people have to realize, that you're not being rude by saying, "I'm only going to eat that or this." I understand the whole, we've been taught if you get offered food to eat. I get it. That's mannerisms that we have, and they're instilled into us. And I'm the same way. If I cook a big dinner and you're in my house, sit the fuck down and eat. If I offer you a plate, take it. But at the same time, if what I cooked for you is not in your diet, then don't eat it. Like, if you were allergic to fish and I gave you fish, would you eat it? No, you'd be like, "Fuck, I'm allergic to that. I can't eat that. Sorry." So think of it the same way. Like when it comes to carbs and bread and all that other stuff, I'm allergic to that. No, it makes me fat. Right? Like, I'm allergic to it. It makes me fat. I get it. Pop. Hey, you want a Pepsi? No, I'm good. It makes me fat. It really does. Because like if you followed any of my other videos, you know that pop is the number one key that made me fat. It wasn't food. But I did eat chips and junk food and bread, and any food that I did consume was all high carbs and high starches and high, flours and spaghettis and pastas and rices and stuff like that. Like, I never ever ate stuff that was just like simple and not gonna make me fat, I guess, right? So when you're stacking that on the sugars, and then you're stacking it on that, and you're stacking it on that, like I drank like probably 5 or 6 Monster or Rockstars this weekend, sugar frees. I fucking devoured them. Like, we were at camp and we're out in the sun and we're running out on the docks, and I was thirsty, and like there's no water near me, but there was always a pop or a zero sugar. Everything we had there was zero sugar. So, except for the kids. But, and again, I don't force my beliefs on anybody when it comes to food at all. Don't. The one morning I made probably 12 and a half of eggs, and every single kid under 8 devoured them. Hard-boiled eggs. The one kid ate 5. My grandbaby ate 5. 5. In one row. And like, I was like, he obviously needs protein. His body is craving it. Like, he loves it. It's like candy to him. His brain says, right? So I think a lot of it has to do with getting your kids' brains to work that way, to be like, this is a treat. This is good. It's what you should be eating more of, right? I think we need to go back to more trad family styles in the sense of we make a roast at night, or we throw in a turkey and we make it last 4 or 5 days and eat leftovers and meatloafs. And that was the traditional family that I grew up in. We had a lot of pasta and we had a lot of other stuff because we were poor, and you make meals stretch. I get it. But it takes 2 seconds to buy breadless chicken wings than it does breaded chicken wings, and you get more weight. And then you don't get fat from them unless you're cooking them in grease. Like, I get chicken wings all the time. Probably once a week I have a bowl of chicken wings. I probably have 8 to 12 chicken wings in it with a little bit of cream cheese on them. And that's it. So the cream cheese isn't 100% carnivore. I get it. It's got bean gum in it. Unless you can find one that doesn't have bean gum, which there is, but I can't find it here. But when I'm in a place that has it, I get it. But that being said, breadless chicken wings, so no extra carbs, no nothing, no sugars. Cooked in an air fryer, no seed oils, no grease, no nothing. And then my little bit of cream cheese, and that's it. Like, simplicity is the key. And then when you go shopping, and we go grocery shopping, and we, it's not like everybody, like, this is my experience over the weekend. And it's not just from the weekend, but it's in general, okay? There was 15 adults altogether in this Thanksgiving dinner. Every single person likes something different. Every little person doesn't like this, doesn't like that. But, so when you go grocery shopping and you're sending one person to the store, they're like, okay, so-and-so, what do you like? So-and-so, what do you like? So-and-so, what do you like? And that's your cue to tell them, okay, I like this, but I can't eat this. I'm allergic to this. So to me, that's complicated. My sister looked at me and said, well, what do you want from the store? I'm like, meat. Whatever you're going to grab me. Grab me a pack of hamburger. Grab me a chicken. Grab me whatever. As long as it's meat. And that's it. You can grab me bacon. You can grab me chicken. You can grab me cheese even. Like, I don't eat cheese often, but I do eat it. As long as it's like real cheese and not like Cheese Whiz and like processed shit. But yeah, cheese curds, like, I just limit my cheese because I find it puts me into plateaus all the time. If I'm eating a lot of cheese one week, I plateau right out. And I've noticed that along my journey. And I can point those things out on my journey because I've gone from 346 pounds down to 280 something. Like, I smiled so big this morning when I looked at that scale and it said 248. Sorry, I said 280, but it's 248. When I seen that 2-4, I haven't been under 250 pounds in, no, it was 230, so 238. See, mind blown. So yeah, I dropped under that 40 mark, right? 238. It blew my fucking mind. Like, I think high school was the last time I was like 220, 230. Honest to God. So when I hit 220 or 200 pounds and I start toning and I start doing the stuff I want to do at that point, I'm gonna be fucking ear to ear smiles. I 100% am. Because I've put in a lot of effort and a lot of work to get where I'm at. And at this point, it's not sacrifice. It's not a diet. It's a life change. I changed my life to better my life. And we have to think about it like that with a lot of things. Like if you're shitty with money right now, maybe you need a change. Maybe it's not what you make, it's not what you're doing, it's how you're spending or whatever, right? Like we have to take a look at our lives like that sometimes and explore all the different things. Like I stopped and said, "Okay, why am I fucking fat? I don't eat food. I don't eat like my fat friends. I don't go to Subway and I don't go to McDonald's and I don't eat that shit. Like I'm not a takeout fan. Like sure, once in a blue moon, like before my diet, I was like, yeah, sure, once in a blue moon I'll grab something. I'm not opposed to it, but I'm not going to drive out of my way to go to McDonald's to get something or drive to Subway or whatever your takeout choice is. I don't. It just doesn't have that appeal to me where I'm like, I want that. Most of the time it makes me feel like shit, makes my stomach feel heavy. Fucking sometimes it's like, oh, fucking straight through you and you're into the shitter. You know what I mean? Like how is that the positive? We're just used to it. It's not that it's a positive. We're just used to things, right? I asked my daughter on the weekend, and I was like, why don't you start cutting a little bit more sugar out for mental health problems and stuff like that? Not diet or whatever, just a suggestion I did to her. And her response was, but I need sugar because it gives me energy. And I was like, that's weird. Because I got way more energy once I got off the sugar addiction. 100%. Way more energy after. And people try to dispute the carnivore carnivore diet, carnivore whatever, carnivore challenge, whatever you're gonna call it. People challenge it all the time. They're like, you only lost weight because you're in a calorie deficit. Right on, 100%. I guarantee it. I lost weight because I was in a calorie deficit. I was in a calorie deficit because steak and eggs and ground beef kept the fucking hamburger, bread, and the bullshit out of my mouth, kept the sugars out of my mouth. Because you eat a fucking steak or you eat some ground beef and eggs and you're full and you're not hungry. Sitting at night watching a movie on the TV, I'm not sitting there going, I really want some chips. Never. Fucking never, man. I bought some pork rinds. Pork rinds, however you pronounce them. I say it's pork rinds. And I've had the same bag for like 2 or 3 months because I eat like 1 or 2 and I'm like, yeah, I'm not craving the crunch anymore. Some people might eat the whole bag. I won't. I don't need it. I don't want it. It's just there if I have a craving. No big deal. I was buying these dehydrated cheese balls on Amazon, and they're awesome. And most of them are just 100% cheese. Carnivore all the way. Let's roll. There's one that's got like a bean gum in it, just like the cream cheese type of thing. So depending on how tight you want to be on the carnivore diet, I could see you not wanting to do it, and I could see you wanting to do it. It's an awesome snack. It's just like eating cheese out of the fridge. Grab a block of cheese, cut a couple of chunks up, or some cheese curds. Same idea, but they're freeze-dried or dehydrated type of thing, and they're awesome. They're crunchy like a chip. I used those when I first started my carnivore diet, and they saved my cravings so bad. So if you're just starting out and you want to know all the little tricks and things that I did, I'll share them. I'll even share you a link and I'll post it. And if you go up into my bio, there is a weight loss scale that gives you body metrics. There is containers that I use for my meal preps. And even if you're not meal prepping, having the containers like that are good because I can whip together some scrambled eggs, throw them in the microwave. Nothing sticks to it. Nothing burns. You don't have to do dishes. You don't have to clean. You don't have to nothing. So the best part, like me, I got ADHD and I like to bounce around all over the place. The best part for me about that is I don't have to do dishes. I got 4 or 5 bowls, I got 50 or something bowls, but I generally use 4 or 5 bowls. And once they're dirty, I'll wash them. And when they're dirty, I'll wash them. And that's it. I don't have to do pots and pans and utensils and all that other stuff like that. Like, I have my main little thing, and that's it. It's kind of the same as the cutting board. If you're starting carnivore, get yourself a cutting board. Do it. Get yourself a cutting board. You know why? Because then you got less dishes to do. You eat off the same fucking board every day. I'm having fucking steak and eggs. Board. Wash it off with water. Put it aside. You don't have to use soaps. You don't have to use nothing. Unless you want to. It's wood. It'll absorb flavor. So if you use a harsh soap on a cutting board, it'll pull it in. But I don't put raw meat on my cutting board. Everything that goes on my cutting board is cooked already. There's no salmonella. There's no cross-contamination, shit like that. Because the only thing that touches my cutting board is cooked food. Now, if you were doing the opposite and you were cooking or putting raw food on it and then cooking it and then going to eat off it, that's, I think, where people's brains don't understand the cutting board. They're like, didn't you put raw food on there? No, never. I never put raw food on my board. And I have a big butcher knife that's got a curve on it for cutting steaks, and it's so nice and it works so awesome. I love it. But again, it's all about simplicity. I don't have to go around, oh, where's my favorite steak knife? Where's this? Where's that? I have my one knife, and it's always with my cutting board, and that's it. I like it. It's cool. But next, go-to, guys. Carnivore poutine. I wish I would have had some steak when I was at Thanksgiving dinner, because when they brought in that poutine, I would have cut up some steak and made that carnivore poutine. If you go up in my shorts, you'll find a short that says carnivore poutine, and it's steak, sirloin or something, probably about that thick, and it's cut into strips, and then you put cheese curds on it and some au jus, which is just your beef drippings and salt, and you put it on just like it would be a poutine, and you dig down. Canadian, right? Like, poutine's nothing more Canadian than a poutine, I guess. But I don't know. I was craving steak all weekend. Like I said, we had chicken. We had lots of chicken leftovers, and we had eggs and boiled eggs and all kinds of. Not once was I hungry to say, but I was like, probably should have brought a steak or a couple packs of cooked ground beef or something. Just to change it up a little bit. So when I got home, first thing I did was some ground beef and some scrambled eggs. And then I took a bunch of leftover chicken and mixed it up into some scrambled eggs this morning. Made like an omelet out of it. Bonus. We just got home, so I haven't gone out to do groceries yet or get anything. So I'm still got a few things to do. Just checking the time. I got kids coming off the bus shortly. So just didn't want to miss anything. Kind of the same as this, right? I keep the same cup around, or I keep a couple. Like when I go get a coffee, probably once a week I go to Tim Hortons and I ask them to double cup it. And then I keep reusing the cups for a couple days and make coffee in my Keurig. I don't need Tim Hortons coffee. I got Keurig. Black coffee. That's all. Don't need anything. Drinking black coffee. I never drank coffee until I started this diet. And it blows my mind because I read somewhere that coffee stops you from being hungry. So it's a hunger suppression, right? Okay, cool. I'm going to try that. I don't like coffee, but it kind of makes sense because I drank a lot of pop. So pop, caffeine, coffee, caffeine, black, dark, like Pepsi, whatever. And I was like, maybe I was drinking pop because I was hungry and the pop made me feel full and it was suppressing but pop is full of calories and full of sugar and full of, not good. So yeah. That is my conclusion of that stuff, right? Like, I drank a lot of pop to stop myself from feeling hungry. And being poor and raising kids and keeping all your money, any money you have to feed your kids, I don't eat. I don't give a fuck. Like, I'm a parent first. If my kids are hungry, my kids eat first. That's what it is. I don't care. My kids eat first. Even now, I don't care. Don't care. It's the way I was raised. It's my morals. It's my values. It's whatever you want to call it. When it is dinner time, my children are the first at the table. Any children, not just mine. Any child under 12 is at a fucking table with a plate of food in front of them, and they are eating before the adults. And if there's no food left for the adults, guess what? You're a fucking adult. Make it work. Kids aren't fending for themselves. Kids are here because of you. You put yourself second because those kids eat first. It's your job. It's what you fucking do. So when I meet people now, if I meet someone that sits at the table and starts to eat their fucking food or grabs their plate from a family dinner before their kids eat, to me, that's disrespectful. 100%. So, you have to, that's my opinion. That's just what it is. I make sure my kids' feet are fed first. If I eat, whatever. If I don't eat, whatever. Right? And it's probably what picked me up that habit of drinking pop, because I had 4 kids, all back to back, a year apart, and I was raising them by myself. And mom was neither here nor there. Still to this day, party mode all the time. All gone. Those 4 kids are grown up. They're in their 20s. One of them has kids of their own. And they have the same values and morals as I do. Like, those kids eat first. All my other kids don't have kids. And they're like, the little ones eat first. They know it. That's the way it is. And it was never... I never said that to their face. It wasn't until the last couple of years. And when I went through my last separation, that's the one thing about my ex that pissed me off the most. Always. There's how selfish you have to be to sit there and grab your plate first before anyone. And I understand women and children first. I get that logic of that's how you were raised, women and children first. Women and children. I get it. Or you were just stuck in the aspect of you were a child for so long that you're still a child. You're not a child. Like, there comes a point in life when you're not a child anymore, right? Put away childish things. But, yeah. Anyways, we're off subject on that. We're into some fucking personal bullshit trauma. I'm not getting into trauma. There we go, guys. So, if you're not along for the journey, make sure you're following. Make sure you're like, share, turn on that bell. Come along for the ride. I'm going to do all kinds of crazy shit. We're going to get into some more journeys. We're in our fall, so we got some beautiful colors out here in Northern Ontario. We are going to get into some snow soon. We still got camp set up, so we're still going back to camp. But last time I went to camp, I forgot my microphone. This weekend, I went all the way out of town for the family Thanksgiving. Forgot my equipment. So, fuck. I had the microphones, but I forgot the little adapter that plugs into the phone. So I won't forget this time. We'll make sure we got it going right. But yeah. So, round 2, guys. Let me know what you want to talk on. Because I have all kinds of little quippets and thoughts on every part of my journey. When I was 346 pounds, to get to that first 10 pounds of losing, I went through sugar withdrawals. I went through detoxings. I went through, felt like almost like a drug withdrawal. 100% felt like a drug withdrawal. Can you believe that? Sugar is like a drug? Fuck. I hate the fact that the whole government and school and everything else has taught you all this bullshit about food, and it's all wrong. 90% of it is wrong. You should eat this because it's healthier. Wrong. You need fiber. Wrong. Like, when you eat meat, you don't need fucking anything. I was all in the whole mindset, even when I got on carnivore. I'm going to supplement for this, and I'm going to supplement for this. And if I get my fucking testosterone levels up, I'm going to burn fat faster, and this and this and this. And I don't know if it worked for the testosterone booster part, because I did lose a lot of weight at the beginning and then you plateau, but that's how all diets work. You kind of, the first bit burns quicker because it's snowballs. And then when you get to the harder fats to burn, your visceral fats and stuff like that, it's going to take a little bit longer. I get it. But taking vitamin D and K3s and magnesiums and this and that, and trying to make sure you're getting fibers, and for one, you're no longer carnivore because 90% of those capsules are vegetable capsules. Two, you don't know what the fuck you're putting in your body. Most of it's, derived from flowers and vegetables and stuff. So you're no longer 100% carnivore. My goal never was to be 100% carnivore. My goal was keto. I just eat clean. That was my message. Just eat clean. That's it. If you cut fucking sugars out and you cut out the junk food, you're eating clean right there. If you cut out bread and you cut out dairy, you're eating super clean. Do whatever you want. Like, if you just cut out the sugar and the junk food for a week, try it for a week. Tell me how you feel. Come to this video, watch it, like it, so I know that you were here when I posted it. And then in a week from now, comment. Or comment that you'll be back in a week if you're down for the challenge. I'm down for the challenge. Be back in a week. Tell me how you felt after a week of no sugar and no junk food. And then you can take it to the next step. Go, no junk food, no sugar, no breads. Or do it all at once. Just tell me you did it. Like I said, I'm here to cheer people on. I am not here to sell anything. By the way, buy this product. Just kidding. Fuck. Like, I have nothing invested in this. This is my journey, and I'm just sharing it. So, if you succeed by something that I told you, it makes me feel like I'm succeeding more because, maybe it was a fluke that I lost weight. Maybe I'm just different. But if you do it and you lost weight, or if you do it and your mental clarity clears out, or if you do it and you're no longer depressed because you cut sugar out, that is the major fucking fact right there. When you cut sugar out and my depression went fucking bye, see you later. My anxiety gone. Like, how the fuck, man? Why didn't someone tell me that when I was like 15 and 16 years old? Like, I wouldn't have had so much bullshit in my life from all that stuff. Like, mood swings and ups and downs, and on top of your puberty stuff and whatever. Like, if I just wasn't eating sugar and stuff, I wouldn't be so anxious. My ADHD would be calmed down. Like, I sat in my kitchen for an hour and a half doing dishes and washing counters, and if anybody that knows, if you have ADHD, you're probably not sitting in one fucking place unless you're manic and you tear your whole house apart. And I didn't do that. I sat in one fucking room and I cleaned for like an hour and a half. And then I walked into the living room and I cleaned that room for about an hour. We've been out of town, right? So like, my dog's got footprints all over the place. My windows have the little puppy noses up against it. And like, there's things to do. But yeah. So share your comments down below, guys. Let me know where you're from. ASL if for those Gen X's, millennials. ASL if you know what that is. Age, sex, location, ASL. Tell me where you are, where you're from, how old you are, and what kind of journey you're on. It's kind of what I really want to know more than anything. I want to know if you're keto, if you're carnivore, if you're SAD, standard American diet, if you're whatever. Are you a gym bro? That's the other thing. Are you into fitness and gym? Is that the route that you want to take to lose weight? Because I don't. I'm. When you start getting big like I was, it's not that you're fucking lazy. It's that you have no